Hello everybody, it's Richie with another Vinyl Finds video. I made a video last week about Discogs. I started logging all my records into Discogs. I got this cube and this, that's what I've done so far. Plus some of the ones that I bought on Discogs, they automatically entered. And I was doing a video on that process and it was boring, so I just deleted it. Didn't upload a video last week, and I'm gonna just do another Vinyl Finds. I plan on doing a cramps video, maybe my next. I put all my cramps into Discogs, except for the first two albums. I can't find those. I mean, I probably showed them in a video, and I'm not very good at putting shit back. Fuck. So when I run across those, I don't feel like searching. I'm gonna do my cramps video. I did one years ago, but it really wasn't that good a quality. And I also did some Gimme 10s quite a few years back, which is your 10 favorite albums. And I started with 1975 and I stopped around 82. And I'm thinking of doing that. I'm just gonna start from 1965 and go maybe to 85 or whenever I start running out of 10 good albums to show, you know. And I'm gonna instead of Gimme 10, I'm gonna entitle them the 10 best albums from 1965. And of course, that's my opinion. Anyways, let's start this. Oh, I was on Rachel's stream today. I haven't been going on that often. I've been kind of busy. We've been preoccupied doing shit. Rachel's stream, to me, it's kind of like SNL. It's got its highs and its lows. You know, it goes through its stages. I mean, there was a period there when the guests she had on, to me, were quite frankly boring. And it seemed like every time I tuned in, they were talking about blocking people and all, you know. Fuck that shit, dude. I don't block anybody. I could care less. You know, I have blocked one guy in the 6 years since I've been making videos, and he was just a pain in my ass. But yeah, I'm not into blocking people or censorship in general, and that's my take. And I hope I didn't offend Michael 45 RPM. He left, and I meant to talk about this while he was on, but he's talking about this record company, audiophile record company, and I guess they produced a box set of Mozarts, and it's like 2,000 something pounds, which is what, $4,000 in the US, or I don't know. They only made 150 of them, and to me that is not what I'm interested in as far as the VC. I know a lot of people are. And I made the comment that, to me, it seems kind of pretentious bullshit. And I don't mean to disparage Michael at all. He's a very nice guy. In fact, I just watched some of his videos, his top 40, was it 10 best bands of all time? And I really enjoyed those. But when it goes off into the deep end of these audiophile pressings of and showing the same records over and over, and you know, different pressings, and that bores me, man. Once I have a good pressing of a record, 99% of the time I'm done. Anyways, I'm sorry for babbling. I'm gonna start this off. I showed the first Coathangers. It's the Coathangers, man. I'm fucking this might suck. I bought the first Coathangers album earlier this year, and I showed it, and I went on about it, how much I really liked it more than their, I guess it's their sixth album. Their sixth album was the only one that I had previously. Vinyl Potato, VC channel showed it, and I bought it. And I liked some of it, and I didn't like some of it at the time. But I must say now, I love the album. I think it's a fucking great album. And earlier this year, I noticed Suicide Squeeze was they had like some you know, they had represses and they had like limited amounts available, and I jumped on them. And I showed the first one I ordered was the first album, and I liked it so much I went ahead and bought, I think it's 4 more of theirs. And I've had these for a while and I've never shown them. Anyways, this is the Coathangers' second album. It came out in 2009. It's very similar to the first album. It's not quite as good though. It's not a bad album. I mean, it starts off with a Tumor Head, and it's a great hard-hitting opener. You know, catchy guitars, and it has a piano in it. Rough vocals and a garage sound. You know, it has a garagey sound in parts. Very much like the first album. And the next song is great, and then Time Passing is good. But as it goes on, the songs get a little more samey to me, and it's not quite as good as their first album. Now, the Coathangers, I guess I should explain. They're out of Atlanta, Georgia, and all these reissues are on colored vinyl, which are pretty cool if you're into that thing. And yeah, they're the Coathangers rely on I guess you would say jagged hooks, kind of like, you know, that new wave punky shit. They're really quirky. But they do have a garage sound. It's like a garage sound mixed in with B-52s and the Ramones. That's what I would say. And it's got this insert with words. Now this next one is that's Scramble. I guess I should have said. This is Scramble. It's written very smallly right there. Really good. Second album. Now their third album is Larceny and Lace. It has the energy of the first two, but with a little bit more variation. Kind of a little more polished. But in my mind, I mean, it's definitely not as raw as the first two. And the songs are just not as catchy. To me, this may be their weakest album that I've heard. Man, this picture of them in the back, man, they look like they're fucking strung out, dude, to me, quite frankly. Especially the drummer, man. She's my favorite, dude. I'm going to probably leave a link to a live gig of theirs. Just so you get an idea of, you know, the energy and stuff. And this one's on piss yellow vinyl. It's not a bad album, but it just doesn't have the energy, and the songs just aren't as catchy. Here's some pictures of the band, more words, and it looks here like they switched the bass player and drummer. Now the next one I got is their 5th album. I was unable to get their 4th album on vinyl. It's Suck My Shirt. It came out in 2014. That one was not available. I ordered it on CD, and it's probably my favorite album of theirs. So it kind of sucks. The one album that I think is their best, I don't have on vinyl. I have it on CD though, so it's cool. And I also didn't pick up an EP that came out in 2017 called Parasite. To me, it's a one-sided thing, and I think the other side has an etching. It's not very strong, and I think the best song on it is off, I don't know if it's this album, or maybe it's off of the Suck My Shirt. I think it might be a song off of Suck My Shirt, and it's just a different version, and that's the best song on the EP, so I didn't pick it up. I looked earlier today, and there are still like 17 of those available. All the other ones are sold out, so that tells you that the Parasite one is their weakest. But I may get it, you know, but I probably shouldn't. But anyways, this is their 5th studio album, and it's Nosebleed Weekend, and it's fantastic, dude. It starts off with Perfume, and it has pop vocals that, you know, kind of poppy vocals that weren't really there on their previous albums. But then the next song, Dumb Baby, is back to earlier garage raucous sound. So, and then the next one is a Squeaky Tiki, fantastic song. Has like a toy, squeaky toy in it, and really heavy bass lines. This is a great album. One of their better ones, I think. And it's got the words in the middle. Yeah, really cool cover too. Really good band. And here they are, I guess, at a motel on the road. And this one has come out in a few different color variations, which are all sold out, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, I raved about them earlier in the year, and hopefully some of you guys checked them out. And the last one I got is a live album, and this one I think came out in 2018 also. I think so. I don't know. And yeah, this is a really good set, dude. And the closing song is that Squeaky Tiki song. But yeah, this is just a really rockin' live album, man. It's really quirky, catchy songs, and just got I don't know, man. I'm fucking talking nonsense now. Really cool, and this one is pretty cool vinyl. Yeah, Suicide Squeeze did a pretty good job on these, and I'm glad I got them all. I just wish I had that Suck My Shirt. Now, for someone that said that Record Store Day, I bought another one. I ordered this one, and it was after watching a video of these. Actually, when I looked at the list and I was going through the list, I did listen to this, and I thought it was okay. And it's Skeletal Family, the Singles Plus, 1983 to 1985. They're a goth band, female vocalist, and like it's their singles. Let me show the poster. It kind of shows it better. Now the first single, the A and B side, I think was fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty dumb poster, but right here it's got all the singles, and then it says underneath, you know, what track they are. I wish they would have just put that on the album, you know. But yeah, the first two songs, Trees and Just a Friend, are off of this first single. Now the third song, when I was just listening to it, is The Night. And I'm thinking, oh, this is just, you know, one of the B-sides off of that first single, but it's not. It's the A-side of their second single, and I don't think it's that good of a song. And that's how I kind of, I haven't listened to side D or side, C and D. And some of the songs I like more than others, let's put it that way. They're a typical, well, I don't know if you should say typical, but they're a goth band, 80s goth band. They got that tribal drum beat. They got that guitar, kind of like that, the Cure type of guitar. You know, kind of that guitar that PIL kind of started with their first album. And yeah, it's a good album. I just need to give it a listen. And I think the labels are the same on both, but the vinyl is, I believe, different colors. That's why I brought them both out. Normally, if it's a double album and both records are the same, I don't pull them both out. Now this one's clear. The Skeletal Family, it's a band I was unfamiliar with until Record Store Day. I think that's the first time it's ever been on vinyl, so it's right up my alley. I love 80s goth. If people that have watched my channel for a while, I even did a goth video. Check it out. And don't forget, subscribe and push that bell button, is it, or whatever? Now the next two, well, it's more from the Black Jazz label that Real Gone Music is releasing. I got a notification that these two were coming out, and I checked them out in the morning. I thought, man, I mean, I checked them out real quick because the limited, they come out on black vinyl, and then they usually, I don't know if they do it for all, but they'll have like 500 on this kind of a splatter. And I saw the splatter ones were available, so let me check them out real quick. And they both sounded pretty interesting. So I picked them both up, and I got the splatter vinyl. This is the Awakening Mirage. I have their other album. This is their second one. And it's an interesting album. The first song, Mode for DD, it's almost like in the Blue Note vein. Then the next one is the Ultimate Frontier, and let me tell you, it starts out this male singer and this female, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what did I get here? But man, it turns into maybe my favorite song on the whole fucking album. It's spiritual jazz. See, I'm just bullshit. I don't really know what spiritual jazz is, but it's kind of free at times. But you know, they're all playing this crazy. They're not playing all together. They're all playing this whatever they're doing, but they are playing their instruments. It's not like, see, I don't like Pharoah Sanders. He sounds like he's playing his saxophone through his nose. You know, it sounds like somebody blowing their nose, for Christ's sake. This doesn't, and it's pretty out there song, and I loved it. And then the next song, Just a Little Piece, if I remember right, that has a really good soprano saxophone in it, and it starts out like some of the songs on the very first or second Weather Report album. Really cool. And yeah, this is a really good album. It's got a lot of different, and then, oh yeah, The Glory to the Sun, I think, is the other song I'll mention. That has a part where it's, if I remember right, it's pretty much, there may be a bass in the background, but pretty much all you hear, or the main instrument is the soprano saxophone and the dude playing bass. Yeah, okay. But he's playing it with a bow, and it's really good. And it comes with this insert. Now, not all of the black jazz, but a lot of the black jazz covers are pretty cool. I think this one's pretty lame, but they probably thought it was pretty cool. And I showed the record. And I bought one other one. And this is Henry Franklin, The Skipper at Home. And I believe I have his other one too. This is his second album. And yeah, look at them, man, all hanging out. And this one is interesting too. I picked it up. I only listened to the first song, and it had a pretty good beat, and it had a guitar, and I go, yeah, I'll get it. And what's interesting is the first song on side one is Blue Lights, 7-minute song. The second song on side two, the first song is The Magic Boy, and they're probably kind of the safer songs, you know what I mean? They're kind of typical. And then the second song, you got What Was. It's pretty out there. The second song on side two, Venus Flytrap, is pretty far out there. And then the third song, Soft Spirit. And then the third song on side two is Waltz for Boobas. Those two songs are really kind of mellow. So both sides have the same formula or the same flow. And yeah, really good playing on all these. And yeah, I'm happy with it. And again, it's got this insert. Pretty standard insert they put in these. And yeah, I recommend them if you're into jazz. Now, the people that watch my channel that are into punk rock, you may not like this. The people that like jazz, I don't think they watch my videos anymore, so I don't know who I'm even talking to, you know. But yeah. And I just ordered another one. It's supposed to come in October. Now this next album, it's an album I always avoided. It's by one of my favorite bands, but I always avoided this album because I thought it was terrible sound quality. And then Steve Carlson said it's his favorite album by this band. And I, really? And it's Iggy and the Stooges, Metallic KO. And this is a cutout, but look at that cutout, dude. It's like one of those sloppy ass cutouts. I mean, if you're gonna do a cutout, make it a clean one, you know? And I guess this is the last ever Iggy and the Stooges show live. And it's okay. The sound quality to me is I need to listen to it some more, and there's no way it's my favorite Stooges album. It's not even my second favorite, or third favorite, or fourth favorite for that matter. This is what the labels look like. I don't know if this is a legit release or not. 1976 Skydog Records. I'll find out when I do my Discogs. Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, I have another live album by them, and I kind of think that one's better than this, actually. Now, this next one is an album I bought at Going Underground Records. I bought that one too, the Iggy. I bought that one used. This one I bought new, and it's G.G. Allen, and it's Portrait of the Artist, and it's kind of a comp of different things. You got the first song on side 1 and the last song on side 1 and the first song on side 2. They're all kind of they're acoustic songs that really not very good quality. I mean, so-so. It's just Gigi, an acoustic guitar, probably taped on a cassette recorder, you know. Then the next few songs on side A are a little bit better. Well, not a little, a lot better. And then you got the last 3, I Am the Highest Power, Look Into My Eyes and Hate Me, and Hotel Claremont. Those 3 songs I do have on a 7-inch, and they're really good. What did they say about them? They're original rough mixes of those songs, and I think they're fantastic. And then side 2, like, it starts with that one song that's like a Gigi and his guitar, but then the next 4 are songs that Shrink Rap did, and it's basically noise, kind of industrial noise. And what they did is they got the songs from that Gigi did with the Murder Junkies, with what's that band? Man, Anti-Scene. He did with Anti-Scene. And in between the songs, he did these spoken word parts. And they took the spoken word parts, you know, and put it to this noise background. And it's pretty cool, pretty interesting. I always wanted that, and now I have it on this, you know. And it's Fuck the Law, it says right there, by Gigi. And then it's got this really crude drawing. But yeah, it's a well worth, if you're a Gigi fan, it's well worth having. And if you're a Gigi fan, you probably already have it. And it came with this advert insert. And then this last one, I guess, yeah, this is the last one. Now, most people a lot of people, not most, a lot of people are going to say, you have no business showing this album. If you're going to be into the Stooges and into Gigi, you can't like this. Green Day, American Idiot. I think it's a good album, man. I don't like everything that Green Day does. I like Dookie. The album that came out after Dookie, I like. Their early stuff, I like. And I think this is pretty good, man. A lot of their stuff I've heard, and it's kind of samey. And I can get why people, you know, bag on them, but comes with this insert with all the words. And this album has some really good songs on it. I mean, I realized, okay, they did a Broadway show, Green Day, you know, that's not punk rock, but whatever. And both records are the same, but the labels, I'll pull them out. One label has love on the knuckles. And the other one says Rage. How punk rock is that, you know? That's punk rock, dude. And that's it, man. From Black Jazz, Gigi, to the American Idiot. Didn't even take a drink. Anyways, take care. Yeah, I was on Rachel's stream today and I found out Brother Brian made a video about me. But, so I went over to his, I haven't watched it. I went over to his channel and, it looks like he's been making a lot of videos lately, you know. Anyways, take care. Brother Brian, you've been busy, I see.